Welcome to the English Struggler, the channel where real emotions meet real English. Here, we don't just teach you grammar or vocabulary. We bring you true-to-life emotional stories that help you feel the language, live the words, and grow your confidence with every episode. In today's story, we present the emotional journey of a young girl from Palestine. Her name is Lena. She stepped into the streets of London for a better life, but soon found herself completely lost, helpless, and invisible because of one missing piece: English. What happens when a foreign language becomes the wall between survival and success? Let's begin. She was 22, quiet, soft-spoken, a girl from Gaza who had never seen anything beyond the checkpoints, the narrow lanes, and the sky that was more often grey with dust than blue with dreams. But now, she stood in London, the heart of the Western world. It felt like a movie. Cold air on her face, lights, cars, a rush of people who didn't look at her, didn't know her, didn't care. She came with a purpose. A small job arranged by her uncle in East London, a kitchen helper in a modest restaurant. It wasn't glamorous, but it was hope. It was her family's chance to breathe. Her mother had sold some gold. Her younger brother gave her his school bag to use for the flight. They had sent her off with blessings, a heavy heart, and a million unspoken fears. The first few days were mechanical. Wake up, clean, learn, repeat. Her English, broken. Her confidence, shaky. She had memorized a few lines before leaving Palestine. "Good morning, sir. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Please wait." These were her tools. Her protection against shame. Every interaction at the restaurant felt like an exam, and every time someone spoke fast English, she felt like she was drowning in a pool with no surface in sight. She smiled a lot, just to hide the fear. But the fear was there, heavy, quiet, and constant. Then came Monday. It was cold, very cold. Lena wrapped her scarf tight and decided to walk alone to the restaurant. Her uncle had given her a printed address just in case. She followed Google Maps, heart beating faster with every step. Halfway, her phone buzzed. 10% battery. She ignored it. A left turn, a right, another left. Then she stopped. Something felt wrong. She was sure she'd passed this shop before. She pulled out the paper with the address. It was smudged, slightly torn. She asked a man walking past, "Excuse me, do you know this place?" He looked confused, then rushed off saying, "I'm late." She tried again. A woman passed her with headphones on. Then a group of boys laughed and moved on. She wasn't invisible, but she wasn't noticed either. She was just there. And then her phone died. Panic set in. The cold sank deeper. She felt her heart beat in her throat. She had never felt so alone. In Palestine, even in fear, she had her language. Here, she had nothing. She sat down on a bench, trying not to cry. She failed. Tears rolled down silently, soaking into her scarf. "Are you okay, my dear?" A voice. Soft, female, warm. Lena looked up. An older woman stood beside her. Silver hair, long coat, soft eyes that carried stories of their own. "You look cold and lost. Can I help you?" Lena wanted to speak, but her throat tightened. She managed a whisper. I don't know where." The woman sat down beside her, no hesitation. "It's okay. You're safe now. Let me see that paper." She looked at the address, smiled. "Oh, that's not far. You've just gone a little off path. Come on, let's get warm first." They crossed the street to a cafe. Warmth hit her skin like a blessing. The woman ordered 2 teas and a chocolate pastry. "You haven't eaten, have you?" Lena shook her head. The woman plugged in her phone. It buzzed back to life slowly. 10 missed calls from her uncle. "You want me to call him?" Lena nodded. The woman spoke to her uncle calmly, explained everything. "He's on his way," she said with a smile. They sat quietly. The woman finally said, "What's your name?" "Lena." "I'm Margaret. You're from Gaza." Margaret's eyes softened even more. "I came to London when I was 18. From Ireland. I couldn't speak a word of English. I know what it feels like. Lost. Small. Invisible." Lena looked up. Really? Margaret nodded. But I learned. Slowly. Every word gave me power. Every sentence made me feel seen. Lena took a sip of her tea. It was sweet. Comforting. Margaret leaned forward. English is more than grammar and pronunciation. It's how people survive here. It's how they ask for help. It's how they get jobs, protect themselves, build futures. It's not just a language, it's a lifeline. Lena looked around the cafe. People laughing, working on laptops, ordering with confidence. And she realized she didn't want to be afraid anymore. She wanted to belong. Her uncle arrived. Thanked Margaret over and over again. Lena stood and hugged the woman gently. Margaret held her face. You'll speak like a queen one day. Just promise me. You won't stop. That night, Lena didn't sleep. She opened YouTube. Typed slowly. Learn English Basic. She clicked on a video. A calm voice repeated, "Hello, how are you?" She repeated after it, again and again, until her voice matched the tone. She downloaded a dictionary app, watched more videos, opened a notebook. On the first page she wrote, "Day 1, I am learning English." Then another line, "I will not be lost again." The next day at the restaurant, a customer walked in. "Good morning." Lena smiled. "Good morning, sir. Welcome." He looked surprised. "That's a lovely accent. Where are you from?" "Palestine." "Well, welcome to London." That night, she wrote in her notebook again. "Today, I spoke without fear. Just one sentence. But I felt alive." Days passed, then weeks. Each evening, Lena added one new sentence to her notebook, one expression, one small victory. She didn't become fluent in a month, but she became free from the cage of silence. She started helping another new girl at the restaurant. One day, that girl got lost. Lena went and found her, sat a day beside her, and said with a smile, "You're not alone. I've been here too." The cycle continued. Sometimes, you don't need a map. You just need one kind voice, one moment, one stranger, to remind you that you're not broken, just becoming. If Lena's story touched your heart, if you've ever felt lost in a world where you couldn't express yourself, then this channel is made for you. Here at The English Struggler, we bring you weekly emotional stories that don't just teach English, they heal, inspire, and transform. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Because next week, we bring you another powerful story. And maybe that story will feel like your own. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep feeling, keep speaking.